We're gonna move over to the south side of the island right here into a old neighborhood because the blow's coming through.
He just said sustained at 40.
All right, Mama's getting ready to go on her first adventure by herself.
We're gonna start heading up north towards Memory Rock so we can make the jog over to Mangrove Key so we can continue our journey through to the Abacos.
Heading out on our own with our hope in the clouds, and we're starting to see that we're onto something. Feel it coming, we'll keep running, nothing in our way. We got what it takes. Here we go with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day, it's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.
Alright, so we've got the engines running. Justin looks like he is getting ready to pull up his stuff over on Zissou, all of his ground tackle. We're going to do the same. We're going to move over to the south side of the island right here into a old neighborhood because the blow's coming through and we don't want to be out here exposed for the blow. We're going to get in a protected area. And we talked to a group called Shark Expedition who does charters out of here for shark sightings. And they've gone through a tropical storm sitting in that anchorage and had been perfectly fine. So we are headed there now. Starboard neutral.
Starboard to neutral.
We are coming into our little hidey spot, into here, and then back in this abandoned neighborhood.
We got Zissou ahead of us. He's leading the way, and hopefully we'll have at least 12 to 15 feet under our keel.
Rob threw a line in on the way over, and then forgot to bring it in before we pulled in here, and now it's wrapped around our port engine. He's got to go in the water and find it. A little chilly?
A little chilly.
I'm having Davis get all this energy out before we homeschool today. So we didn't homeschool first thing this morning. We moved the boat so we could get over here and get a spot. Boys are checking the anchor.
Alright, so we are sitting here. This is the National Hurricane Center 7-day outlook. They're showing possible development up to about 70% chance of development in the next 7 days in this area here. We're currently right about there. The when you go back and look at predict wind, this is today. We move on through to Wednesday, and if you look at Thursday, it looks like possible rotational development here. So that brings it up, but it kind of passes us up, which is really good. And then Friday, it kind of starts to clear up, and then Saturday we get a little bit more wind coming in, but hopefully by Friday afternoon we could get out of here and start heading up towards Great Sail so we can get over to Abacos.
So we're just weathering out this blow here in this safe, protected, abandoned neighborhood, along with 2 other catamarans and a powerboater. And everyone seems to be holding well, so.
Yep, this is our, right here. We are anchored here, and we've just been hanging around here. And I've got a really short anchor alarm set because if you look behind the boat, there's a big wall, and I don't want to hit the wall.
So this is our wall that we have behind the boat that we don't want to blow into. So Davis, what's in your hand?
An anemometer.
And what is that measuring?
The wind speed.
So what is the wind speed currently?
18 knots.
So he's comparing his reading on that with our reading at the helm here for science today. So he's watching the wind gusts and seeing where we're at. Is that a cool way to do science?
Mm-hmm.
He much has preferred the hands-on learning than the books.
Zisu, are you checking this out?
Copy that. I'm watching. Let me know how I can help.
Why are we starting the motors, Davis?
Cause they are. Oh my God! I'm sorry.
So why are we starting at the motors, Davis?
Cause just in case if we drag as well.
Because we're gonna have less time
Okay, dude.
What?
to drag into the rocks or the wall.
Oh.
Negative about 40 now.
Davis, he just said sustained at 40.
But that's up at the top of the mast. So, Island Quest is directly behind us. There's still, looks like he's still working on getting them set. Their anchor drug. They almost got into the rocks, but luckily they saved it. What I'm worried about is where we are, where they're in relation to the wind is Zisu is directly now in front of us, and if he starts dragging, he's going to drag directly into us. So we need to be vigilant and keep an eye out, and everybody's got their engines running right now just in case big blow comes, and we can hopefully move out of his way and retrieve our anchor and re-anchor and everything else. That'll be really fun.
So if he starts dragging, what do we do?
If he starts dragging, I'm going to go that way because my anchor is over here. So if I can get the boat to go this way, I can at least, he can drag behind. But hopefully he's up at his helm. He's got his engines running, so he shouldn't drag.
Well, happy Thursday morning.
Man, tell you what.
Well, it'll slack around 11 a.m. and it'll pick up again around 11 p.m. just for about an hour.
Wind go in the same direction.
Predict Wind is calling for, PWG model is calling for it not to spin anymore. But there are 2 other models that are still saying it will, but Predict Wind has been the most accurate so far.
Alright, copy that.
Good catch on that. Way to hustle.
Yeah, the alarm went. We saw her going, and I was hoping it'd bounce back, but it didn't.
What is it that you're doing?
I am motoring a little bit forward to keep us within our range. I don't want a big strong wind to come and snap the chain back and possibly pull the anchor loose. So if I'm up here and I give it a little bit of juice now and then in a forward gear, it keeps us steady.
Finally, after about 15 hours, the winds died down.
Alright, I am installing a outlet down here because we have an induction cooktop and an Instapot and a Breville oven and
an ice maker, and currently you can only use one at a time.
So
which is really frustrating, because if I'm cooking dinner and I have something in the Instapot and say you want to heat up some green beans, you can only use one at a time.
So I'm installing another outlet, and then I'm running that to a separate breaker on the panel so we can use two things at one time, because each one draws about 10 amps. And each breaker over there is 15 amps, so
it won't trip the breaker.
It won't trip the breaker.
Yay!
So we'll be able to cook two things at once.
Long-awaited upgrade.
Yep.
All right, Mama's getting ready to go on her first adventure by herself. I am going with our boat neighbor, Island Quest Kim, and Rob's gonna dinghy us to a wall. We're gonna walk to a shop. We're gonna attempt to get a taxi and take, I guess it's like 20 miles into Freeport so that we can get they need some washer or something. And honestly, I just need to get off the boat. We've been stuck here since Tuesday. It's Saturday, and Mama just needs to get off the boat. So here we go on our first adventure.
Is there a way for you guys to get out?
Yesterday we saw that there was like a flat area there, and then we could just climb up that left bank there.
Kim and I walked to a very rustic path to a sweet woman's home who Kim met earlier and offered to give us a ride into town. She really tried to help us find the fresh washers, but since it was Saturday, nothing was open. She ended up taking us to a small grocery store right around the corner.
How many miles is it into Freeport?
Something like 25.
Oh yeah. If we need them, if they have them.
And here's our trek back through the woods to meet Rob. I guess we need to call them so they can pick us up in the dinghy. Hello. No luck with spare parts. No. Because it's Saturday, so everything was closed. So 2 heads of lettuce, a cucumber, eggs, and 2 things of hot dogs was $12. I don't think that was very bad at all. So we're getting ready to go over to Island Quest, Kim and Tom, and he caught a mahi on the way over to the Bahamas. So I think we're gonna fish tacos, and we're gonna have a salad with homemade croutons and seasoned rice.
Nice. Daddy's hungry. Right, bud?
Oh yeah.
Davis, what'd you get?
I have no idea.
Little nighttime family entertainment. We're catching fish off the back of the boat. Good job, bud.
I think he's tired. Let's see. Oh, you got him. Okay, he's good.
Good morning. We are up early. Well, sun's up earlier than us, but we are gonna go get the engines running and pull up the anchor, and we're gonna start heading up north towards Memory Rock so we can make the jog over to Mangrove Key so we can continue our journey through to the Abacos. We'll have some interesting time. It's pretty quiet right now, but we'll see what the sea state is when we get out there.
We are finally leaving this anchorage after
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 6 days in this abandoned neighborhood that's incredibly nice, but I was just getting a little stir crazy, and I got off the boat the first time yesterday to go with Kim into town, well, into this little shop, and I had not been off the boat in like 8 days. So get off the boat when you're not feeling great, like you're down or sad or whatever, like you gotta get off the boat. We are up before the sun is up, which is unheard of. So I have, no joke, gotten sick on every passage we have done so far, so I'm starting today off a little bit differently. So instead of my normal coffee, I'm going with some matcha tea. I already have my M-Turn band on, and I'm really considering going ahead and taking some meclizine just because I don't want to get sick today.
Here, babe. Can you hear me now?
Here you know.
Paradise Falls is heading out, and
Hey, stop the engine!
what?
Stop the engine!
What?
Freak.
The ladder's down!
Okay.
Okay, then pull it up.
Our emergency son. You got it? Good catch, bud.
All right. Ocean ahead. We have our two buddy boats, Zissou and Island Quest, right behind us.
So we are looking at going through the Indian Rocks
Passage. There's 2 passages to get from West End up to Great Sail. The first one is Indian Rock. It's a lot more shallow than heading up to Memory Rock and turning east. There's been some chat and talk and everything that, you know, we can make it. People have made it in the 6-foot draft already. So we're creeping up to it right now. We're gonna just kind of go in and see. There's a little bit of rolliness going on, so I just, if we can get past the rolliness and it flattens out through that passage, we should be good. We're on a rising tide right now, so we make it through the first. It's about 4 miles of pretty shallow water, but once we clear that, we're in like 12 foot of water, and it's 12 foot all the way to Great Sail. So it'll be some nice sailing if we can get turned up here, and then the wind picks up. It's coming from the northeast right now, so we should be able to go on a close reach, maybe even a beam reach later on this afternoon.
So first challenge at like it's 8 o'clock in the morning. So I am on the bow looking for bommies, and it looks like we've got an opening. Rob says we've got 10 to 12 underneath our keel right now. Okay, we're at 6 feet under the keel.
See, I'm following this line right here. It gets real shallow right there. It's popping on.
I'll go back up front.
That's fine. Slow and steady wins the race, babe.
We got 4 under us, 3.5 under us.
I'm real shallow right now, so I'm at a little over a foot underneath my keel. See, I'm showing 0.2, 0.5, 0.6. They must have this thing set way, way off.
That's why I'd like to measure it.
All right, Tom, we're following in your wake, sir.
We made it through the cut.
Sorry, bud.
And get back going.
I think going through Ortega was, I don't know, I mean, this was scary, but I'm not a big fan of shallow water. Alright, and our friends in Island Quest have jumped ahead of us because they're in a shallow motorboat. So going through that cut off what? 4 hours? Rob?
Something like that, yeah.
That was a nice, that's a nice bonus in time. So our buddy boat Island Quest is going to go ahead and shoot for Great Sail. We're going to see when we get to Mangrove how we're feeling, how it's going, how far we are, what time it is, and kind of make the decision then if we're going to overnight in Mangrove or keep on going.
I don't know what it's going to do, but...
Yeah!
My funky hair. Funky.
Hey Justin, I just took a closer look at Mangrove. Yeah, I think we're gonna pass on that. Whoa, is that all bombies?
So that is 25 miles, so times
5 hours.
5 hours.
5 hours to go 25 miles. It's like the slow road to China. What's up, dude?
Hello.
Here. Ready?
Oh,
Davis,
yeah,
come here.
yeah.
Come here. Hit. Do like that. Right there. Right there.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Oh.
No, you do it up here. I'll do it right here.
While we were underway, Davis went ahead and got school completed for the day.
Oh, excitement. Our starboard and port engine bilge lights keep going
Hey, I'm a
off
contact.
and on.
I'm a contact.
There's no bilge issue. There's water in there because I was washing the thing yesterday, and so there's water in the bilge. I didn't clean it out, so as the water sloshes back and forth in the bilge, it comes up.
Oh, so not an issue?
No, once we get over there, I can vacuum it out and clean it out because it's like the nasty water that was dealing with yesterday. Land ho!
Oh yeah, I can see Tom and him too.
Great Sail, we have arrived!
Are you and Davis gonna anchor?
We're gonna anchor. Davis is gonna help me out.
Alright, Davis, you're gonna be at the helm.
Yep, I can hear you.
You got this?
Yeah. Actually, depth is 3-3 right now.
Good job, dude. All right, anchor is down in Great Sail Key, and this is the first passage I've had that I have not been seasick. Two things: I didn't drink coffee this morning, and I wore that Emitron band before we left. I also took my clozine this morning before we left, but I'm happy not to be sick on a passage.
We made it before sunset.
Woohoo! We didn't anchor in the dark. All right. Yeah, that was a successful day.
Good job, babe.
Good job. Go team!
Woo!
Go Team Davis. Thanks for anchoring us. Now we are headed over to Zissou for passage drinks. Davis, you ready?